Mayor and Council, Brad Rainey, Parks and Recreation Director. Just had a few changes to the MOU with the ELC, the Edmond Land Conservancy, and just want to go over those with you tonight. This change was largely driven by an item that was earlier on your consent agenda, which was a grant submission to the Land and Water Conservation Fund to construct this project. We're going after $800,000, and in order to apply for the grant, we had to just make some changes to the MOU. So this is just a map of the project right here. This is Hafer Park right here. I think Pelican Bay's around. Oh, Pelican Bay's right there. There's shopping center there, 15th Street, Bryant. And then a bridge over Spring Creek that'll be built as part of the project. This little trail connection will be outside of the conservation easement. The green is an improved loop. The circle is an outdoor nature center that's called for in the conservation easement. And the yellow are unimproved trails that would be more like just hiking trails, bare earth hiking trails. Just some pictures of what the improved trail might look like, going for natural surface but ADA compliant. So just a type of material that would work with that for you to kind of review.
So Brad, would this be the green loop and this would be the yellow loop at the bottom?
I know,
or not necessarily?
I think that's the green loop. It's the product that it's a granite with a binder that we use. So basically the green loop would be a little bit wider. It would be hard, meet ADA requirements. The yellow loop would be more like a hiking trail in a more remote area.
Okay.
There. So I'll go back real quick. Yeah, well, that didn't work. But anyways, that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So conservation easement was agreed upon in 2023. And then an MOU was entered in to kind of establish what each party was going to do. And in that MOU, there was a timeline for design and construction. And that was kind of the issue we needed to address in the MOU, is that with a grant, we're kind of subject to the grant timeline. So we have to wait to be notified if we got it, and there's a grant agreement, and that might take a little bit. But both us and the ELC feel that $800,000 was worth waiting a little bit of time for. The grant's going to be turned in a couple days. You just approved it, so we've got it ready to go to be turned in. And yeah, that's the main thing. And then just a few other things that it covers. Kind of provides a framework if we want to try to go after other grants. Addresses some design elements, so specifies that the main trail loop will be ADA compliant. So it goes over kind of a range of trail width and then preferred materials, and then just the name change that you've already approved. That's entered into in the MOU. And this is less to do with the MOU, but just updates on the project for you all and for the public if they're curious. It's under design. Next step, they'll get out there and survey and stake out the trail. So flagging what the trail will actually look like, that should happen very soon. There needs to be design work done on the pedestrian bridge, specifically modeling of how the water flows and how that bridge will affect the water flow there. We'll await the results of the grant. We can't do any construction on it until we know whether we got the grant or not and we get a notice to proceed. Restoration was pulled out of the grant, so that's like removing invasive species and hazardous trees and things like that. A draft of that plan is being done by our Urban Forestry Department in-house. And we'll have that soon and hopefully begin work here in the next couple months, just working on some of the vegetation that shouldn't be out there. And then just a note, we want to keep our partners well informed. We have a staff member that'll provide a monthly update to the ELC just so they know what's going on. I think everybody's excited for it, but there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes before we do a construction project. So a bunch of people reviewed this and have recommended approval unanimously. And I'll entertain any questions if you have.
I might ask too, as we're getting out of hopefully the design phase and actually things are going to start to happen, I'd love to have periodic reports here at council meetings. The mayor and I had someone bend our ear not too long ago and just felt like we weren't talking about it enough and that we need to talk about it more so people know things are happening. It's just not as visible right now. And so
Sure.
just putting a plug in for that.
Yeah.
Lots of work has been done, is being done, continues to be done. But maybe, I don't know, in a month or so, maybe just let us know how the grant process is going and what's happening or happened or not.
Sure, yeah. And
And
we'll,
then people won't yell at the mayor and me.
we're hoping the monthly update will help take that pressure off you, and we certainly include you all in it, and whenever you want me up here to talk about it, I'm happy to come up and
Yeah, because it
talk about
sounds like, and I do think that will help with the Edmond Land Conservancy, just that communication back and forth, but also to the public somehow.
Sure, absolutely.